but like, there's a lot. There's a lot. Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. Guys, we have just finished the watch long for the Argentina versus Canada match. That game was intense. That game was crazy. But I once again thank RENK for coming back onto the channel. He was here for the preview for both the Copa America and the Euros preview. If you guys haven't watched that video, I'm gonna post it down below in the description. And as always, I'll be posting Rank's, socials, his YouTube channel, and his X, it's no longer Twitter, down below in the description. And guys, on today's video, we're gonna be looking at the Euros. Semi, let's
Hey,
go.
guys, I promise I have my Argentina shirt and boxers on me right now. I promise. I promise.
Nice.
So he's the only one who's
So,
not a supporter of
I'm not gonna
Argentina.
lie,
Wow.
we should lift it though.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. But guys, if you guys also want to join for the reaction, just click on your StreamYard link and you'll be able to join. But on today's video, we're gonna be talking about the Euro games: Spain versus Italy, dominant performance by Spain; England versus Denmark, a bore fest; and then Argentina versus Canada. But there's no better place to start than Argentina versus Canada, as that game just finished, and our emotions are there. But Rank, talk to me. How were you feeling throughout that match? Because I was able to get some thoughts, but not everything.
So throughout the match, obviously with a lot of nerves and a lot of anxiety, or as always, whenever starting a tournament, the first game always so difficult, especially under Scaloni. We hadn't won a debut game at a tournament yet. That was kind of something that we were expecting to see, and against a Canada team who I knew were gonna be very quick on the transition, that we're gonna get some chances and we're gonna come get us. They were gonna challenge us, and they definitely did. During that first half, I feel like both teams definitely had chances, despite Argentina having most of the possession. Canada were very efficient and very direct with the way that they approached the game, and they were able to create some threat. So it was a very back and forth in the first half. I wouldn't say I was worried, because I was confident in our defense. I think that Cuti Romero, once again, masterclass performance in defense, showing why he's one of the best center backs in the world. And so again, so good in the defense. And after that, we created a few chances. Di Maria had a one-on-one with the keeper in the first half that he couldn't score. So, I was getting a bit worried when we had those chances and we weren't able to finish it, because we know how this damn sport is. When you don't score your chances, you often get punished for it. But luckily it wasn't the case. And after that, in the second half, we opened it pretty quickly, very dominant. But Canada really challenged us, and I was expecting it. They are a very attacking-minded team. They are very direct, and they played a great game. So props to them for being so brave. They're going to challenge for that second position. I feel like if you're Chile and Peru, you have to be scared looking at this performance from Canada, because they really went toe-to-toe against us. I think it was a very solid performance, but our finishing needs to improve, because against Canada is one thing, but against the other opposition, we need to score those chances when we have them.
Oh, I mean, like I share a lot of the sentiments that you were just saying right now. I think it was a solid performance from Argentina.
Wait, I want to change my.
Just the thing is,
Wait, ass.
just the thing is, that kind of they were causing troubles for Argentina. There were multiple times where they were getting in behind with the pace of Alfonso Davies, going behind the back of Molina. There we go.
Right.
There we go.
This one's way better.
Oh wait, I haven't bought that jersey yet. I have the old one right now. The one that we use in Qatar.
I still have the one I used in Qatar. So yeah.
Wait,
let's go.
Sevi,
I don't use
Sevi.
any new jerseys because it's bad luck, bro. I use the one that we won from Copa America 2021, and I never take it off with
Hey,
our
Did you guys see
Sevi.
that concept jersey of that concept jersey with logo of World Cup, Copa America, Finalissima?
Like all the patches.
Yeah,
all the logos.
Yeah,
No,
like
I love
everything.
all patches.
I'm pretty sure that, like, they weren't able to fit everything, and so right now they only have, I
Nah,
think,
that would look disgusting, Loki. It wouldn't look good.
no, you could have it in the middle, and then on the side, like the Copa America.
Oh, wow,
on the other.
Ultimate flex.
Yeah, like the ultimate flex, like champions of everything. But Argentina's finishing wasn't good on the night. Argentina missed
Terrible,
four 1v1s.
terrible. Especially Messi.
Yeah,
Especially Messi.
He was
Messi missed
playing
two
like a MLS game.
1v1s.
He was too
Did you see
casual,
after
I
the
think.
game? Did you see after the game how he changed shirts with Davis and before he exchanged the shirt, he stretched it out because he was fucking pissed that he missed those two easy ass
Yeah.
goals.
I mean, that's so frustrating because
But
you're
do
right
you,
there. You're 1-on-1 against the keeper,
yeah,
and twice you aren't able to put it away.
the
You're just
first
thinking
one
like,
was kind of lucky because it hit the defender's head like by accident, obviously. But like he should have slot that in easily.
no, yeah. But it was also Di Maria and Lautaro Martinez who were also
Yeah,
in
Di
two
Maria was
1v1s.
off today, bro. Di Maria was off.
Hmm.
Could not
But
play.
how do you guys think that Scaloni should be managing Di Maria in this stage of his career, like, and especially specifically in this tournament? How do you guys think?
Uh,
It's an interesting discussion because in the friendlies, the link-up play between Di Maria and Messi still looked as good as ever. And even at the
Hmm.
start of the game, I was liking what I was seeing from Di Maria, at least in the link-up play with Messi. I still like he can still bring a lot into this team, but I don't know if you have to at some point start thinking about Di Maria more of as a super sub rather than a starter, and maybe give
Okay.
opportunities to someone else. I don't know who else would you put in that position. Scaloni seems to really want to try with Nico Gonzalez, but I'm not really convinced. I feel like we should try to give more opportunities to Carboni and maybe Garnacho at halftime, or actually like 15 minutes into the second half. I was really asking for Garnacho to come on because after
Oh
we
yeah.
scored the first goal and Canada were kind of going for the equalizer, they were leaving so
Hmm.
much space behind them. So I was thinking this is a perfect opportunity to speak someone
Hmm.
quick on the wing and just try to expose that space. So
No.
I was really expecting for Garnacho to make a cameo, but Scaloni didn't think that way. Instead, we shifted to the back three that we also saw
No.
in Qatar, and I think that also was pretty effective because after we shifted to the back three, we stopped conceding chances. Canada had a lot of chances in that second half, but after we switched to the back three, we held a lot of the possession and they weren't able to threaten us again. So I think that was a very good tactical decision by Scaloni.
Well,
Mhm.
100%. I was also just thinking about the match. I was thinking like, hey, who can Scaloni bring on, to change that dynamic? Because I was looking at
I
that
honestly,
left hand side, and there
yeah,
was no one from Argentina attacking that.
I thought he was honestly gonna bring on Nico Gonzalez or Garnacho. I didn't
Uh-huh.
expect him to put in Lo Celso at all.
No,
Like,
because like he instead just thought like, hey, you know what? We have the goal. Let's try to control the match, and then maybe he was already thinking of that. I was saying like, hey, I want the game to be controlled, and then go into a back three, and then from there on have the wing backs push
and I
forward,
agree
and
with
it worked for him.
I agree with Rank said that Di Maria should be a super sub because está muy viejo in my opinion. He's like
No, no.
with the goalkeeper and like bro, two people be running behind him are already catching up.
No,
To be fair, Canadians are really fast.
the thing about that is that I think that Scaloni needs him to use him sparingly. For example, like choose the moments in which you play Di Maria.
But you know what?
What happened?
I think the same with Otamendi. I think he did a good
Yeah.
job bringing Otamendi in for some strength late in game, but he's not a player that you
No,
play
yeah,
90 minutes anymore.
start anymore,
I
bro.
like them. And the way, like, just to put my quick input on the game because I have been getting kicked out 4 times. Um, is like we saw around man 60, man 70. Canada's pressing was insane. Like
Yeah.
Argentina could only play it from the back and clear it. And Acuna got very exposed on the left. And if Canada had gotten that equalizer, who knows how the game would have turned out. But
Mm.
again, I mean, this game, like you guys might have already said, it should have been maybe 4-0. We
Mm.
saw a lot of missed opportunities. Yes, we'll be critical. Our goal, not our, the goal,
You're right.
missed a
You're
couple
right.
sitters, but he still gave a beautiful assist to Lautaro. So I mean, way
Come
better
on, man. It
outcome
was
than
stat pad
against Saudi
session for
Arabia.
Messi.
What happens
We,
again?
it was a stat pad. It was a chance to stat pad for Messi. We
Oh, it
need that
was.
goals for Goa. Ninth Ballon d'Or run, man.
The
Assist
charge for.
won't cut it this time, I think.
Yo, but at the end of the day, props to the Canadian goalie, bro.
No,
Props,
Mm.
he
major
no,
props.
No, no,
Bro, he was playing such a high line. Every time I saw him come out, he was like
Yeah.
30
Wait.
yards off his box.
Sebi, let me see your phone cover.
The goat, bro.
Are you a Messi fan? Really? No,
No,
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell.
Nah. No, but the high line, I really think that Jesse Marsh took a page out of the book of Herb Renard. Like he saw what Saudi Arabia did in that opening game in Qatar, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Yep, let me have some of
I
that."
agree.
Like
I agree.
playing the
Rank,
high line defense.
I was thinking exactly of that. I wasn't thinking of, for example, like just copying Saudi Arabia. I was thinking like, hey, for example, just look at how like Argentina, for example, they could struggle, and it's with that pace for example of like maybe Di Maria or of that Messi, just in transition in space, and then that's when the game of like Saudi Arabia popped up, but like where Argentina lost. But continue.
Yeah, no, that basically Canada were playing the same game with the high defensive line and just leaving out all that space for us to expose. But then it's our job to expose that, and we weren't able to do so. Yes, Di Maria got that one-on-one in the first half, but besides that, we weren't able to get any through balls to kind of break that defense. We didn't see something like we saw against Saudi Arabia, where we had so many offsides. But those offsides were caused because we were actually finding through balls
Yeah.
in the
Look,
defense. We were not even attempting that anymore. So we weren't able to expose that high line that they were asking. And yeah, it was a very good setup by Canada, very solid. And it seems like something that works against us if we don't have the pace to kind of expose all that space that they leave in behind. So if we are going to face teams like this, probably it's better to have some quicker wingers. But if we're gonna face a low block, maybe that's a better game for Di Maria when we don't need a lot of space and we need someone who's better on the
Yeah.
ball. That's a game for Di Maria, but that's so hard to know when you don't know what the other team is gonna present.
Yeah,
and,
precisely. You
and
just
look,
go on how the game is developing.
that second goal was demoralizing for Canada, but they play a great game, and this is
Hmm.
something. This is a message to the world. Not, and it's not a message that Argentina is not as strong, but it's a message that says, "Hey, Canada is not that World Cup team. They have gotten better
Yeah.
from the World Cup." So I'm excited for Canada.
Hmm.
I mean, Rank was saying it like Canada. They are gonna challenge Chile and Peru for that second place spot, and the commentators they were talking about it. But whoever basically concedes the least amount of goals to Argentina, they could win that second place spot. And so if you're looking at Canada, you're feeling positive about this performance. Like you weren't too bad, but on another day you could potentially maybe got in a goal and complicate the games a little bit. But before we move on to the next game, because I don't want to keep you guys here too long. But how do you guys think this sets up Argentina, for the tournament? Do you guys think that, hey, this Argentina team can go all the way to the final, or do you think, hey, maybe this performance didn't really, solidify my thoughts, and
look,
maybe they're a little bit weak?
the performance wasn't the best, but we have to start off with a win. I think we'll top the group easily with obviously the 9 points, and then whoever whoever wants to play against us will play against us, and I think we'll reach the final.
Okay. Frank?
I think the performance overall was pretty good. Like I said, it wasn't perfect. We could have finished a lot more chances and probably finish off the game earlier. Don't have to suffer until the end to get that second goal. We could have killed off this game way faster if we had been more clinical. And maybe, but this is something that Scaloni often says, that it's impossible for a team to dominate another for 90 minutes. The rivals also play, and
Yeah.
Canada today showed up to play, and obviously they were going to have their chances as well. So like, I'm not that worried that we were conceding chances. I think that it's a pretty good sign that we didn't concede, and even though we allowed those chances, we were able to fend off defensively and keep a clean sheet. Yeah, I think that what we need to improve is on that finishing, and yeah, some things to work on, but it's a very positive debut game, I feel like. So it really sets up the mood for, obviously, with a win, everything is easier. And now looking at the next game, just improve those things and keep going for. I feel like Argentina also has been a team to grow into tournaments. We progressively get better as the
Yeah.
tournament goes on.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like this is a very positive start. I
Yeah.
feel like.
And Messi even said it, the first game is always the toughest because, you
Hmm.
come into it with nerves, you have to win. and it just for example, you're going against a Canada who maybe like, hey, we're playing with house money. Like for example, like we know that Argentina are the heavy favorites, and that can sometimes play against the favorites. But Avido, Saket, thoughts on that performance and how it sets up for Argentina for the tournament?
I think it was a good game. Only problem was the finishing. If
Okay.
the Argentina had finished their chances in the first half, game would be entirely different. And they kept attacking. After that, if they finished their chances, so it would have been 4-0 or 5-0 in my opinion.
Okay. Avido, how do you think Argentina is going to be doing in the tournament after tonight's performance?
Can you repeat the question?
How do you think Argentina are going to perform in the tournament after tonight's performance?
I think they're gonna be fine. They had the chances, yeah, they couldn't capitalize, but they're gonna be fine. I'm not really worried. I mean, Canada's probably some of the better competition they're gonna face right now. I know Chile's a tough rival, but I think that they did their job. Again, it's just capitalizing when they get their chances. But it's not like they had nothing going on offensively. They just couldn't finish it off. So they'll be fine. I'm not really worried.
Okay.
I think they're still the favorites, and this game didn't change anything in my eyes.
Okay.
Wait,
Um,
Elias, did you know they didn't change the pitch until Sunday?
no,
Because
I didn't know that.
you know Atlanta playing turf all their games, and there was
Oh,
an MLS game before this game, obviously, because MLS doesn't stop their season for Copa
yeah,
America.
yeah, yeah,
They don't
yeah.
care, and Comebol requires the whole competition to play in grass only, not turf. So they changed the pitch on Sunday. That's why when you saw the pitch and the grass going up, it's because of that. Like they did it
Oh,
a day before the game, or
that's
like 3 days
crazy.
before the game.
That,
The
that,
pitch
that,
was
that- that's
terrible today.
that's
Pitch
crazy.
was
But
terrible. I'm not blaming
it's
the pitch, but that shit was awful.
it's crazy. But now, guys, moving on to the big game in the other international tournament, we have to talk about Spain versus Italy, guys.
Loki,
Because
I just want to talk about Argentina. It's a good night, bro. We're all Argentinian here, bro.
no, I know. So, I mean, we also have to talk about the other matches
No, yeah,
because
let's.
like honestly, I all I care about is this team right here. Wait, no, this team right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but Spain, they did dominate. I would say
Yeah, they
in a
destroyed.
clear fashion.
They destroyed Italy.
Yeah.
Nah,
Destroyed.
nah, no.
Massive.
Donnarumma is the player of the game for both sides. Like that game should have been a fuck fest by Spain, and
Mhm.
it was somehow a 1-0 win.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Bro, Nico Williams has to go to Barcelona, bro. Please.
Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal. That
You know,
combination
I
on the
was just
wings.
gonna say, I know that Nico Williams didn't really show much against Croatia, but this game he
Destroyed
ate,
it.
bro. He
He's
cooked.
he
No,
destroyed the macro.
he was disgusting. Yeah, but bro, Demarcos was just like every single time you saw him, he was just backing off, backing off. I'm just saying like that's crazy. That's crazy. You have Lamine Yamal going down that right hand
Yo,
side, and you're so
and
scared.
quick side comment. I know you guys haven't talked about it. Is Albania good or is Croatia ass? Cause it's gotta be one
Ay,
of the
ay,
two.
ay.
It's gotta be
I
one
think,
of the
Ay,
two,
ay.
bro.
I think Albania's lucky goaded.
Yeah, it might be Albania because I mean they
I mean,
almost they kept it close to Italy, and Croatia is not
yeah,
a bad team.
yeah. I mean,
So
Croatia. This hasn't been a good performance. Could this
yeah, I
be
I
mean
mean,
a tournament
I
too far for
haven't
them?
even seen, I haven't seen Croatia score more than one goal. I know for how long. They can't even score the goal. And how are they supposed to win?
So, well, I mean, they did score two, but it didn't end in a win. But guys, did that performance from Spain? Did you guys think that Spain was is so far the best team in the tournament so far?
For
It's
Or
sure.
either them or
are you?
Germany.
I
It's
I,
one of
I
the two.
think
Germany,
Yeah.
Germany, I guess.
yeah, I think Spain and Germany. Germany a little more, I think,
Okay.
but it's just about
We're missing so many teams. We're missing France, Netherlands that are gonna play right now. We're missing a
Okay.
lot of teams.
No, but just going off the first performance, like the
Yeah.
Netherlands wasn't that convincing against Poland,
Yeah.
and France
Yeah.
had to
it's
really try their
it's
luck against
Germany.
Austria.
And then it
Spain,
was like an own goal in the game
Yeah.
against Austria.
Hmm.
Spain, Germany right now. That's my Spain, Germany.
Yeah.
but the thing is what I remember me and Elias and Alex talking about this during the World Cup. Spain back then, they had good defense, they had good midfield, they just had nothing up top. They kept
Yeah.
relying on a fast break goal and maybe win 1-0. Now they have that firepower that Alvaro Morata can benefit from. So I mean, this team is scary. You have two of the best young wingers in the world. So this is what Spain was missing all along. So this makes Spain a completely different team. Now they can actually beat you by a margin of 2 or 3 goals.
So, and that I credit to having the inclusion of Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams,
One
because
hundred
you
percent.
saw as soon as both of them were subbed off, you saw Spain going into the game, and then in a couple minutes you saw Spain, like, they weren't creating like clear cut chances, but they
No,
were putting Spain under some
and look
pressure.
and look, having people like Danny Olmo and Ferran Torres be subs that can actually give you some intensity is better than having them for 70, 80 minutes like they were doing. Because those players, realistically, they're not those type of players in the Euros or in the World Cup. There are super subs, and they're not even super subs. They're just regular subs that can be helpful to the team in intensity. And those players should not be starting for Spain. And thank God that we have hopefully the future wings of Barca. So
I pray, because like other teams, they are going to be looking at this, and just like looking at the performance maybe that Nico Williams put in, just thinking like, hey, 50 million, well, why not maybe just negotiate, see what we can do. But something interesting, guys, is that Spain is going to be playing, if everything goes to plan, against Germany in the quarterfinals. So
Hmm.
basically, the two best teams in the tournament facing off in the quarterfinals, and not maybe a potential final or semifinal. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is insane. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's also like the projected matchup that we had in the preview for the Euros, and in that preview for the Euros,
Yeah.
if people in chat didn't watch it, shame on you. You need to watch that. But
There you go,
we,
Rank.
we did we did pick Spain to win the tournament.
There,
We already saw the lines.
yeah.
We were woke already to
Yeah,
this Luis de la
exactly,
Fuente.
exactly. We,
Like
we were
we
day
said
one.
before everyone, day
Exactly.
one, trusting this Spain.
Day one.
If Spain go on to win it, we want everyone here to be back for
Exactly,
that. But
exactly.
man, the coolest are salivating for Nico Williams to go for
Oh my
to
god.
already. Like it's gonna be
Oh,
so insane if that happens.
and
But you know that the Premier League clubs are already knocking on
yeah,
his door as
yeah,
well. You know that Chelsea's gonna come with the
but
bag and gonna
yeah.
try
And
to break
yeah,
us.
but you know
Liverpool already have
but you know
Luis
what?
Diaz, so
Yeah,
Diaz,
But you
you're
know
good.
what?
You're good.
Someone like Nico Williams that was already linked to Barcelona. When he sees what he's doing with Pedri and
Uh-huh.
Lamine Yamal, I know that he's not just telling his agent, "Get me the most money." He's telling his agent, "I want to play where I'm comfortable." And I know that he's looking at this connection with Pedri and Lamine Yamal, and that does not go unnoticed.
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. No, but what a dominance performance by Spain. Even though it didn't reflect on the scoreline because Donnarumma was great and the finishing also wasn't there.
Huge.
As good as Nico Williams was, he did miss a few big chances. One was a really good shot that hit the crossbar, not much to do there. But in the first half, he had a header that he should have scored. Honestly, Morata and Pedri also had chances. But it was just there was only one team on the pitch. It was insane. I hadn't seen that level of dominance honestly since the World Cup final. Like that
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
last time that I saw a team completely nullify the other for such
yeah,
a long portion of the game.
yeah.
Especially because they were supposed to be both top tier sides. Like
Hmm.
Italy is supposed to be one of the possible contenders for the Euros, and they were nowhere in that pitch. Spain completely nullified them, and they were just all over the place. Also, another player, Cucurella, what an insane game he had! It was
Oh,
insane. No,
also
everyone in
Fabian
Spain.
Ruiz. Fabian
Fabian
Ruiz.
Ruiz.
Oh my
Why are
god,
these
that
players
midfield.
so shit for their club, but actually good for Spain?
Yeah,
Probably we need to give Luis Lafuente some credit,
Yeah.
and
yo,
the
they
recent
they
weekend this thing wasn't working, and now he switched to the winger. He's playing more direct attacking football, and it seems to be working for Spain.
nah, bro.
Maybe
They,
Luis.
they, they drank the memo show at Gatorade.
Oh, sure.
And yo, look, Laporte didn't look that bad. I know
No,
people were giving shit about not starting Nacho. Laporte didn't have a bad game.
no, the ball was big, but like as we were all saying, this was a great performance from Spain. They're through to the knockouts, just like Germany are, and it's basically up to see, Italy or Croatia. How are you guys going to bounce back? Because Croatia, they tied against Albania,
Albania.
and what's it called? It wasn't, a convincing performance. But guys, the last match I wanted to talk about, and just I wanted to be brief here, England versus Denmark. Just it's simple. It was a bore fest. The football that England plays is just something that I said it was going. You want to
I
go to
look,
sleep.
I
It
want
was
to
awful.
speak on
What
Spain
what
performance.
what what?
Oh,
Eh,
go,
yeah.
go second.
Okay.
Go.
So I don't really support Spain. Also, the match was late in the night in India, so I didn't watch the match. I would just watch the highlights, and Nico was good. Also, I don't support Spain, but I want them to win. So I want to, because I want to see Yamal versus Messi in the finalissima.
Oh, Yamal
That
versus
would be
Messi.
legendary. Think about it.
Oh,
The
I didn't even think
narratives.
about that. Yeah, the narratives. Um, I don't know why Laporte joined Al Nassr, man. Man could have played for Juve or any
For
other
the
team in
bag,
Europe.
man. For the bag. You don't
There you
get
go.
the opportunity twice.
Yeah, exactly. And besides,
Yo,
yeah,
for this, yo, but going back to the England game, bro, I called Alex after the match. What a shame
yeah.
that he's not here. Yo, they're looking really bad, bro. And that team with those names that they have, I felt bad because Bukayo Saka was trying to do something down the wing every chance that he got, but it wasn't enough. I know Phil Foden got that good shot and shit, but yo, watching them attack, it feels like a Sunday League team. Like they look so offbeat.
Yeah.
They look so offbeat.
I
Well,
mean,
but they've been like this ever since Southgate, but they always somehow get to semifinals. Somehow.
yeah.
Always.
It's simple.
With
You
Southgate.
defend well. You defend well, and you have your individual qualities of, for example, of your Harry
Yeah.
Kane or
And
in
they
the
play
past with
Sudan.
Raheem Sterling.
Even
Someone.
bring in Cole Palmer, bro.
No,
Like the guy
that's
Also,
just,
did you
is
guys
so
notice in the first half, Foden was passing to his, fellow teammates, and after when Harry Kane scored the goal, then he stopped passing to the, other teammates. He was trying to go on his own.
nah.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that he took a couple of shots right there.
And
They,
the,
they
and
got
this
Yo,
they got those big egos in this team. If they don't work together, they will not go past semi-final, I think.
and I don't really get why Southgate subbed out the entire front line at once, bro.
That was
Like,
really weird.
I was like, dog, the entire front line from one move. Like, come on, bro.
The entire
Nah,
front line.
apparently Southgate said that if he doesn't win the Euros, he's out. So I mean, it might be a win-win for England. They either win it or they get a new manager.
But see
So
that's weird, and because like England, I don't know why they have this mentality saying like, oh my god, like we deserve to be the winners, the winners, we deserve to be in the finals. They've only won one international tournament ever.
Yeah,
That's crazy. This isn't a Brazil, an Italy, or Germany where they won multiple World Cups, they won
they cheated
multiple Euros.
in the
You
final.
know,
That's what they did. They
goal line
hey,
cheated.
hey, hey,
technology.
hey. I know all of you have historical beef with England, but they have a good roster. Like their roster should be
no,
competing
I
for
understand,
the
but
finals every year.
yeah, yeah, for like perfectly fine. You have a fantastic squad, but that doesn't mean that you automatically are deserve to be in the final or
No, I agree. I agree.
should be held in the category of that.
No,
Yes,
you have to
you have
perform.
fantastic players.
Loki, I want them to make the final again so they lose versus Spain, so it'll be funny again.
Yes.
Yo,
So the
that's our
predictions.
that's our final. That's our final.
That
So
was our final.
Oh yeah, that
yeah,
was our final, and now I never remember it.
yeah, it's a Spain England final. Southgate smoking cracked on not
Yeah.
replacing Calvin
Oh,
Phillips.
did you see what he
No,
said?
that
That
was
was
crazy in the press conference. Like, now we're experimenting. We still don't have a replacement for Calvin Phillips. No, you didn't lose. You didn't not win the game because you didn't have Calvin Phillips. Come on, man. Like,
On the
you have
like he
all the
got Jude
players at
Bellingham,
your
he
disposal. You
got
need
Jude
to do better
Bellingham,
than that.
Rice and midfield.
bro. Literally has Kobe Minu on the bench,
Yo,
that can
and
use.
how many goal assists did Cole Palmer have
All
last
right,
season?
he
Like 30 something. Why is he riding the bench, bro?
I
Yeah.
because he wanted to play Phil Foden. Jude died on the pitch today. The guy ruined the momentum,
It
bro.
was so weird. In the second half, Jude was so tired. He was gassed out. I was really expecting Jude to come off and to
Mm,
put Foden on the 10. I thought that was what he was going to do. Sub Jude off because he looks tired as hell and put
no,
Foden on the 10. And instead, he subbed out the entire front three and left Jude completely tired and not able to do anything instead. It was
no,
so weird. And
no.
even after that, Jude got a through ball for Watkins and Watkins missed it. If you had Kane there, like
Yeah,
who you just
yeah.
subbed off like a second ago, maybe that's about the potential winner. But no, it was such a weird game for England. Obviously, Southgate has to take some of the blame, but some of the players need to start performing. Like Foden had a clear chance where he could have passed the ball to Kane in the first half, and
No.
he didn't do it. it was such an strange game. It really doesn't. I really don't know what doesn't click for England. It's just that they have a lot of great individual players, but it never works out as a team. And I think that one thing that Southgate is going to be regretting is his squad selection, because I feel like Madison could have made an impact off the bench in this game instead of Jude when he was so tired.
Yeah.
Just have another creative midfielder to dictate the play. I feel like Rashford and Sterling even are wingers that are trying to usually perform for England and provide more for the team, more than Eze, more than Foden. And yeah, we're not going to see them because the squad selection, it was so weird. Like you have both Watkins and Tony as your Kane replacements. Like when are you going to use like 3 number 9s? It doesn't make sense. You're better off having another offensive midfielder or a winger. Like it doesn't make sense.
But you know,
Be a
looking
new
at this,
England coach.
the England coach. But you know, looking at hold on, let me see if I can bring up the standings. But you know, England with that draw, they're still in first. And you know, the thing is, you know, if they lose their last match, I believe it's against Slovenia, is it?
Oh,
Yeah,
so
it's
also
against us.
not bad.
Yeah, I mean, in that performance against Serbia, oof, it was difficult. But the thing is, like England, they don't fill me with confidence in, you know, with these performances. But you know, you can grow into the tournament. But guys, tomorrow there's going to be another big match. It's going to be the Netherlands versus the France. I'm going to be doing a watch along for that match. So if you guys want to tune in for that, make sure. And that's something that, you know, hopefully we see some very exciting football, because that could be potentially be a quarterfinal. You know, a quarterfinal and or even a semi if these teams go far. But Rank,
We're
thank
gonna
you.
see the debut of Mask Mbappe.
Yeah, the best
Is he
Mbappe.
actually gonna play?
I don't know. I think like
Yeah, I would
they're
be
still like
shocked, bro.
debating.
I would be
Yeah,
surprised.
yeah. I don't know about that. Hope England draw Italy right away in the knockout stage. That's crazy. But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Rank, thank you for stopping by. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I will be uploading this on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So if you guys prefer to listen over there, go over there and check it out. Oh, Mbappe's gonna miss the rest of the group stage. Well, I saw
He was
reports saying
training.
like,
Yeah,
He was
we
training
kind
in
of
the
predicted
match.
that.
yeah, no, but like I also saw some reports like saying like they're gonna try to play Mbappe. You know,
Yeah, I
it's
saw that too. I saw
It's
yeah,
that.
gonna depend how tomorrow goes. If they lose to Netherlands, then he's definitely playing that third game.
yeah, absolutely. But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in.